the local and global effects of climate change.
Deforestation and climate change are destroying our forests. The Amazon rainforest is vital to human survival because it produces around 20% of the air we breathe. Now, because of forest fires caused by climate change, only 350 million hectares of the Amazon rainforest, that's less than 20% of what it used to be. And 27 soccer fields of forests are lost every single minute due to deforestation.
In Ontario, 30% of all evergreen trees were lost due to extremely cold weather from 2007 to 2013. Above average temperatures during spring cause evergreen trees to lose their cold hardness early, causing injuries toward the trees.
Coral reefs in the past used to be home to many, many different types of wildlife. But lately, because of the change of sea temperatures, the algae has started to leave the coral reefs. Now that the algae is so low, they are more vulnerable to diseases and sickness, which is a big problem because a lot of different marine life eat this algae. Another problem is that since the algae is leaving our coral reefs have been degrading over the years, and it needs to stop. And also, people think about the year 2100, our coral reefs will be extremely small.
The Bramble K. Bellamy or brown amble K. Mosaic Tailed Rat is the first mammal to go extinct due to climate change. It went extinct in 2015. If we don't do something soon, this could be the start of the 6th Great Extinction. In the winter, all animals that stay around get a winter coat. Some animals get a thicker coat like horses and polar bears. Other animals get a different colored coat like ferrets, snowshoe hares, and Arctic foxes. Some animals don't have much time as they used to grow a winter coat because it's getting colder sooner. This is because of climate change. Our wildlife is in danger and we need to do something soon or our winter wildlife could die. I'm talking about marine life issues caused by climate change. More locally in Canada, fish species are in danger of extinction due to warming streams, such as different types of trout. In other freshwater bodies, climate change has already struck. An example being the 81% decrease of the river dolphin population by 2017. Less locally, in more tropical areas, coral reefs are degrading, causing habitat loss to smaller fish, inevitably crashing the food chain. Scientists expect that if the temperature warms by 2 degrees, all coral could die. Many fish from icy areas are also endangered from habitat loss due to the ice melting. Another marine species threatened by climate change is the Mediterranean monk seal, which had its population lowered by 36% by 2017. Climate change is responsible for on average about 8% of the seal and dolphin population decrease, but that's still 8% too much.
I'm talking about the global ice-free Arctic problem. If our overall temperature raises by another 1.5 degrees Celsius, we may have one of these every century, and if our global overall temperature raises by 2 degrees Celsius, we might have one a decade. This is very bad because all the Arctic land animals will lose their habitat and probably die.
Currently, we can go to beaches and have tons of fun and be happy. But if climate change sets in, as scientists predict that it will, our water levels could rise by up to 1.8 feet. Also, up to 1 billion people could be affected by these rising water levels.
I'll be talking about ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is when carbon dioxide enters the ocean and dissolves in salt water. Then the carbonic acid breaks apart, producing bionic ions. Rising carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere are making ocean surface temperatures go up, causing death to some marine life.
Degrees risen Canada versus other places in the world. The Earth has risen 0.8 degrees Celsius. Some other places, such as Europe, has risen 1.6 degrees Celsius, and Australia has risen 1 degree Celsius. Now in Canada,
Canada has risen 1.5 degrees Celsius, Manitoba has risen about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, and Saskatchewan has raised 2 degrees Celsius.
17 out of the 18 hottest years on Earth were after the year 2000, and this is mainly because of global warming and climate change, which is proving that climate change is getting worse.
As you can see on the graph, these are the costs of blizzards that the USA sustained. The pattern is losing in our favor because of climate change. As you can see, from 2000 to 2004, the pattern has increasing and decreasing. But from 2006 to 2016, the pattern has been losing in our favor. And locally, in the region of Waterloo, has been a blizzard that cost us almost $200 million, which is quite terrifying due to the fact that winter is coming in Cambridge.
I'll be talking about allergy season. Allergy season is becoming more intense and longer. Researchers have found that changes in climate impose additional straining with pollen allergies. Think of it like weeds that have grown in Miracle-Gro. 3 main factors related to climate change fueling allergies are 1. Carbon dioxide, the heat-trapping gas. That is our primary cause of our planet warming. Number 2. Increase of the growth rate of many plants and increase the amount and strength of pollen. 3. Rising temperatures extend the growth season and the length of allergy season, and an extended spring season alters the amount of blooms and fungi spores that are known to make allergy symptoms.
Death rates from COPD caused by droughts and floods increased by 2% since 1970. In 1970, 2% of people died from COPD. In 2010, 4.2% of people died from COPD. And in 1990, 4% of people died from COPD.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about the impact that climate change has done to ice fishing. What climate change has done to ice fishing is that our lakes are warming by 2 degrees Celsius, which means our lakes are freezing later and is becoming unsafe for people who live up north to ice fish, and that is their main source of food. The water temperature is not only affecting us, but also the fish species that are living inside the lakes, and they are thriving. This is more local than it is global, but this problem does happen globally. Those are the impacts that climate change has done to ice fishing.
Some plans to get rid of climate change in Canada are the Low Carbon Economy Fund, Canadian Council of the Minister Environment, and putting a price on pollution/carbon tax. Globally, the G7 got together and discussed climate change and made a plan about what to do. The countries in the G7 are Japan, Canada, France, US, Italy, Germany, and the United Kingdom.